Hello everyone, welcome to the 140 drill class. We're going to start off with some common words to get our fingers going. Okay, ready? Boys, recently, mine, papers, committee, file, when, entirely, lines, style, consideration, tonight, catalog, wire, delivery, means, usual, reach, excuse, beautiful, correspondence, expense, fun, reading, wonder, lost, started, others, among, record, appreciated, light, dress, makes, carry, action, married, decided, teacher, wait, merchandise, June, met, application, immediate, won't, dozen, man, possibly, holding, sense, states, accounts, circumstances, and trade. Okay, I've got a phrase review for you. So you're going to hear the following phrases. We have, when he, is not, of the, if he, had not, in and out, which is N-O-U-T, did you, he is, will the, could be, which you can write K-O-B, if you write could as K-O, and before the. Okay, and here is your paragraph. Ready? We have had several verbal confrontations with Joe Martinez over the use of the equipment. When he is not around, things run very smoothly. We would have had no problems if he had not insisted on everyone signing in and out. Did you know he is required or is requiring this for each employee? I had hoped our differences could be resolved before the department meeting next Wednesday. Will the other employees be willing to discuss this problem at our next meeting? Okay. Word families. Moving right along. Okay. Now these all start with tell, okay? Actually, tell and for. It's kind of a mixture of both. Okay, so just remember, if you have a word that has the prefix for, you're going to want to use the long O so that the software knows it's F-O-R-E, okay? Telegram, televise, television, telescope, telephone, which you can write T-E-F-L, forfeit, foreclose, forbid, forehead, forecast, foreman, and force. Okay, here are your sentences. Ready? The telegram arrived on Friday morning. Who sent the telegram to you? We watched television that night. The television repairman charged us $180. She is a telephone operator. Our telephone number is unlisted. Do you think they will televise the election results? They will televise the trial. My cousin built his own telescope. There is a telescope at the observatory. The bank will foreclose on his house. Did the finance company foreclose on their home? Carrie's forehead was cut in several places. She hit her forehead on the steering wheel. I am a plant foreman. Is the foreman in charge of 12 or 15 men? she will forfeit her chance to go to the state conference. You cannot force her to testify. Did the man force his way into the house? The weather forecast predicts 8 inches of snow. Do you forecast a downward turn in the stock market? Did her father forbid her to date the young man? Okay. I'm going to give you a number drill. And this is going to take place in land description. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? A distance of 158.41 feet, thence easterly along a line parallel with and 158.32 feet south of the north line of the west half of the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter of said section, being also along the existing city limits of said city, a distance of 137.49 feet to the intersection with the east line of the west half of the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter of said section, thence southerly along the east line of the west half of the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter of said section, being also along the existing city limits of said city, a distance of 876.59 feet, more or less, to the intersection with the center line of a private lateral ditch, as same existed on January 25, 2015. Thence north 22 degrees, 29 feet east, along the center line of said lateral ditch, being also along the existing city limits of said city, a distance of 69.09 feet, more or less, to the intersection with the center line of Fresno Irrigation District's Tracy Ditch, as same existed on January 25, 2005, thence south 52 degrees, 32 feet east, along the center line of said Tracy Ditch, being also along the existing city limits of said city, a distance of 576.83 feet, more or less, to the intersection with the south line of said section 23, said point of intersection being a distance of 175.58 feet, westerly from the southeast corner of the east half of the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter of said section 23, being also a point 175.58 feet westerly from the northeast quarter of the east half of the northwest quarter of the east bank quarter of westerly along the north line of said section 26, being also along the east line of the northwest quarter. Okay. I love land descriptions because we get our number drill in. It's a great number drill. Okay, now moving right along to Tangle Tamers. Ready? Persecution complex, school enrollment, bicycling maneuver, foreseeable future, held temporarily, earthquake resistance, nationwide offensive, helicopters hovering, seriously debilitated, residential demobilization, experimental procedure, billion-dollar merger, antitrust ruling, mislabeled submissions, effectiveness questioned, treatment quarantine, fiscally responsible, health technician. And again, I know those are challenging, but that's the whole point of that drill. Okay. I've got some briefs for you. I'm going to give you the brief and then I will read the sentence to you, okay? We've got cooperation. That is K-A-O-P-G-S. Corporation, K-O-R-P-G-S. Council. Now, they have it as K-O-U-N-S. I like to write it as K-O-U-N. Either way works. Custody, they have it as K-U-D-Z. I like to write it as K-U-D, so either way works. Damage, D-A-J. Defend, D-E-F-D. Defense, D-E-F-S. Describe, they have it as S-K-R long I. I like to write it as S-K-R long I-B, so either way works. Description, S-K-R-I-P-G-S. Determine, D-E-R-M. Differential, D-I-F, come back for final S-H-L. Dining room, initial D, final R-M. Do you know, D long U-N. We have to do the long U so that it doesn't conflict with down. Do you recall, D-O-U-R-L. And do you remember, D-O-U-R. Okay, so here are your sentences. We really need your cooperation. The two men made a corporation. She was the counsel for the case. His father fought for custody. There was little damage to her car. He tried to defend her honor. It was a good defense. How would you describe her? The description didn't match. The judge will determine the sentence. The rear differential was cracked. We sat in the dining room. Do you know how to dance? Do you recall his last name? Do you remember this song? Okay, and that concludes our drill class for the 140 speed. Have a great day.